Welcome to the Yes Show, Young, Entertaining, and Saved. I'm your host, LaCora Stevens. Today we have a spectacular show for you with our first guest of the day, Kel Mitchell, Christianity Gone Wrong with Robert C. Mitchell, no relation, and our video of the day, Walking Out by Benja. The Yes Show begins now.
Yes, yes.
Now, it's been all over the internet, from locker rooms of NBA teams to the floor of swimming pools and even 50,000 feet in the air. I'm speaking of the Harlem Shake. I guess now it's time to see it in church. Robert C. Mitchell joins me to discuss a rendition found on YouTube. It's time for Christianity Gone Wrong.
Hey.
Mitchell, how you doing?
I'm Harlem shaking, baby.
That's what that is. It's all over.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like it derived from
The church.
No, it didn't derive from the church. No.
Is it? Okay.
It derived from a crackhead or a guy. I don't know if he was a crackhead, but he was a guy named in New York, Al B or something like that.
Okay.
And basically he said it was a dance that the alcoholics would do or the drug addicts
Right.
would do. And now we are taking this and it's become viral on YouTube. People are doing it everywhere. And now it is happening in the church.
Well, like I said originally, I think it started in the church, but that's okay because have you seen when some people catch the Holy Ghost?
I have.
Yeah, Sister Joan be like, Jesus, so I don't know.
I don't know about
but
that.
I have seen, I don't want to, I would say drug addicts. I don't know about crackhead, LaCora, but I would say
Maybe I shouldn't have said crackhead. I'm sorry.
But I've seen, drug addicts that have that similar shake as well, like Samuel L. Jackson did in the movie, what it was.
Jungle Fever?
No, it wasn't that. The one when his daddy shot him, he was like, what, daddy? What you want to do?
I don't know that movie. But in case you guys haven't seen the Harlem Shake, we're actually going to show you some footage. Take a look.
I got it.
Con los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
Okay, so, Robert, Harlem Shaking in the church, right or wrong?
I go with a lot of stuff, but I don't agree with all that,
Oh.
I know. Because I really think that sometimes, because I've been in churches where I actually seen them doing different types of dances, and it just takes me out of the spirit a little bit. I'm like, for those that go to the club, during my days of going to the club, don't comment. I see we know that there's popular dances out there.
Right.
So to see it in church, let's be real. Sometimes it's a little bit like, are you really focusing on Jesus? Are you giving this praise to Jesus? Because I know when some young person out there that's trying to come to God sees this, they're only relating what they remember when they related in the club.
Right.
It ain't no telling where that would take you at in your mind mentally.
And you know what,
and
Robert?
in your spirit.
I
Yes.
actually have some comments from YouTube, and I actually want you to read some.
Okay.
And, you're going to read the comments for the people that actually think that it's okay to do the Harlem Shake in the church. And
Sure.
I'm going to read a comment or two comments from viewers that said that this is just a mockery of the church. So,
Okay.
Robert, could you go ahead with your first comment?
Yes, this viewer actually says, there are so many ignorant people on here that it's insane. Also, being happy and dancing is demonic now, is it? If I had my guess, those sitting there going about how this is disrespectful and evil and wrong to do in God's house also believe crap like girls can't wear pants in church or listen to secular music. So it's the 21st century. Get out of the dark ages. Wow. Deep. That's kind of deep.
Wait, hold on, because someone actually responded to that, and they said, Romans 12:2 says, not to conform to the world. I know the Bible. Don't try to sit there and say I'm in the dark ages.
Well,
guess we could disregard everything in the Bible that God said and just put our own spin on it. That was their response into the dark ages. Now, you have one more comment there?
I do. But we definitely have to talk on these. This says, there is no doubt that they know exactly who God is. No doubt about it. They enjoy, love, and serve God with a passion. It's a blessing to see the house of God with such joy. Rock it out, champions.
They said it's
Rock
a
it
joy
out.
to see the church.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
this person said apparently this church didn't see the original videos of this. They are sick, and it is a shame that they would copy it. Pathetic attempt to fit in a sick culture. The world is laughing at you. The world is laughing at us, church. Robert, what do you have to say about that?
Well, you know, if I can be real right now, I have to be real because I've always, as a Christian, I always said if something doesn't spiritually convict you, then is it right or wrong? So if these people are serving and they're doing these different movements, because really that's really all it is, and they're really connecting with God in their way, in their spiritual, I'm no one to judge that.
Right.
But if it convicts them, meaning that if you're doing it and you know it feels like, while I'm doing this, yeah, you need to change that up.
But then we
because
could
that's
even
not
look
right.
at it because the comment said that this church is having joy, but this isn't about God. This is what the church saw on YouTube and said, hey, this would be fun. We could get some views. You know, we could, but the world is laughing at you. And if we could take a look at this Bible scripture, if you could pull that up, in the book of James, chapter 4, verse 4, it talks about how we should not be of this world, that we become adulterers, you know, if we try to be, because not once has God or Jesus tried to do the things of the world, but here we are, the church, looking at the world like, oh, that's hot. Let's try to do that. When has it ever been in our history that the church has done something and the world has actually taken it and said, wow, let's try to do this?
Well, like I said, it's a debate on what is church and what is not, because it may seem like I was joking when I said that the Harlem Shake started from church. But the point is that the church did have a lot of things that the church did and the world actually copied.
Like
you know,
what?
A lot of certain dances and just movement periods.
I can't agree.
You know,
I don't know about
well,
that. It just seems like we have become followers. Everyone is on this whole tweet thing now. Let me follow you. And here we are. The world has now tweeted into the church has actually tweeted in to the world and become their follower. I like that. I just kind of made that up on the spot.
Yeah, it was
I
all
like
right.
that.
It was all right.
Yeah,
But I do agree to a certain point. To a certain
Yeah.
point. But also there's another line, because I do understand when she says that there's people that believe that women wearing pants is wrong. So there is a strong traditional judgment that some people just don't like to see when it comes down to people commenting about things that we do in the world. And I don't think it's a clear line, you know, and Jesus didn't make lines as clear sometimes because he didn't really judge as we say that we do now. It's most of the church that's doing all the judging. God has God has no
Whoa, I think you just said
his
that
job has been.
Whoa.
What?
I got to rewind because I think you just said that Jesus didn't make things clear sometimes.
No.
Is that what you said?
What I'm saying, and let me rephrase
Yeah,
that.
please, brother.
And I will.
Thanks.
Not clear as into the fact that he didn't say what's right and wrong, but when it came down to judgment, a lot of times Jesus did show compassion to a lot of people that we are so quick to judge and say, hey, yo, that's wrong. And that's what I'm saying. Jesus didn't give us that example, but it seemed like we're doing a lot of judging. So I don't think when God comes back, I don't think he's going to have much work to do because we're doing it. I won't say me, but the church.
Okay, and I don't think that it's really so much about judging. It's about educating because some people don't understand that.
And I get
this,
that.
you know what I mean?
I
don't see this as
but
judging.
That's why I'm saying it's a thin line.
Okay, it's a thin line.
To me.
Okay, well, you know what, guys? We are actually going to go into a commercial. If you have any say-so on the matter, please visit www.yesshow.com. Enjoy our commercial break and stay tuned.
Amen.
Now, yeah, because
our opponents today, Katie is 9 months pregnant, and Jen is about 8.5. Balance could be an issue here, but both women are strong competitors, moving their feet quickly on top of the lawn, trying to dislodge their opponent with quick maneuvers.
studies show babies who are breastfed are less likely to develop ear infections, respiratory illnesses, and diarrhea. Babies were born to be breastfed.
Things can get pretty ugly when you're bored. In an after-school program, you can find something way better to do.
Welcome back to the Yes Show. Today we are speaking with an actor-comedian that we grew up with. Well, if you're my age, you did. Welcome former Nickelodeon star Kel Mitchell.
Hey.
Hey, how are you, Kel?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
Thank you so much for being here.
No problem. Thanks for having me on the Yes Show.
Of course, yes.
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't be yes without you. I just want to say, Kel. Now, because I grew up watching you on all that and Keenan and Kel, and one of my favorite songs is All I Want is Someone I Can Talk to. You remember that?
Yes,
and you were in the video acting all crazy.
That was 702.
I love, yeah, 702.
Yeah.
I loved it. And so when I see you and doing things, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Kind of like with Brandy and Monica when they did their thing together. I was like, oh my God, Brandy and Monica. I don't know them personally. I don't know you personally, but it's like we grew up together, you know?
Wow.
And so you're from Chicago, yes?
Yes, Chi-Town.
Tell
all
us
day.
about Chi-Town. How did you come all the way from out there to LA and make it as a big star?
Chicago. I mean, Chicago is the type of place where I grew up. You could have went either way. You know, you could have gotten gang banging.
Yes.
You know, go to church, go to college. You know, it was just a lot of different options where I grew up. And my parents, I was at an age where I was really a class clown. You know what I mean?
You a class clown.
Yeah, I was a class clown. I hung around some of the wrong type of crowd. And my mom was like, okay, I don't want him to be around that crowd anymore.
Right.
So they put me into ETA Creative Arts Foundation. It was basically this foundation where they taught kids how to act, and it was a theater and community theater. And
nice.
I fell in love with it, fell in love with the art of acting, and it was just amazing. You know, I didn't act out in school as much.
Oh,
I
okay.
started doing plays and things
Right.
like that, and I just fell in love with it. And after that, I started doing plays in downtown Chicago at Victory Gardens Theater.
Oh, so professionally you went on. Nice.
Yeah. So I was doing theater out there, and for me, it wasn't like I wanted to be on television. You know what I mean? It was just something to do.
That outlet to make you be that class clown that you wanted. Was it more comedy roles that you would do?
No,
comedic?
I was dramatic.
Oh, dramatic.
Yeah, it was dramatic roles, and I fell in love with the art of it. I mean, my teacher, Renako Jahi, who also coached Jennifer Hudson in Dreamgirls as well at ETA Theater. He's just an amazing man, and he just taught me about the art, what our people had to go through so that I could be on stage. You know, and I just fell in love with the art of it all.
And especially being in Chicago, because I lived there for 3 years.
Yeah.
And my mother said, we have to move you guys out of here. We left Chicago and we went to Florida because people would try to break in our house.
Yeah, man.
Like while we were there, like we lived on top of a store. The guy down low, he was our landlord. He was shot. It was like crazy.
Yeah.
And so like right now, it's kind of like a lot of crime epidemics going on in Chicago. How do you feel about that?
How I feel about that, I mean, really, you need to get in the church. You know, I grew up in a church. That's what definitely helped me. I've had friends in Chicago that have been shot, friends that have passed away, friends that are in jail. But for kids, I always talk to them because my mom is a teacher in Chicago.
I used to be a teacher.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was a high
okay.
school teacher for 7 years.
Oh, watch out there now. Shout out to all the teachers.
Okay,
you know?
teachers, educators, love you.
Yeah, but I definitely think that you got to just have your head on right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you definitely have to make good choices. And a lot of kids talk about that feeling inside of them, that feeling that they're feeling like something that they're about to do is wrong. That feeling is the Holy Spirit. So you just got to know that, you know, and, you know, get in the church, get into the Word. It'll definitely help you out and protect you because I love Chicago and I love my city. It's a beautiful city. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on out there, but then there's a lot of positive things that are going on in Chicago as well. Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about how you have these relationships with children because you grew up as a mega child star. Like you were crazy, like doing some big things. And now you actually go back to that and you actually help children by doing a tour.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about that?
I work with a lot of different organizations and also tours. My manager, Clive Ennis, we do an empowerment tour as well. I'm also currently on tour with Travis Green.
Yes, wonderful artist. I feature him on one of my songs. Yes.
Yeah. I know you
Awesome.
played his video on here, and Travis is just an amazing guy. And I mean, it's called Taking Over the City Tour. And the taking over part, what we mean about that is taking over with Christ and introducing kids to the light of Christ and knowing that love that
At the
he has.
schools? How does that happen?
At the schools. Well, you know, when you're doing after school programs, it's all good.
After school.
You know,
Yeah,
after school.
You're right.
And then if you talk to the principal as well, you can even do some things during school as well.
Okay.
But it's been awesome. I mean, it's really been awesome. And I mean, the last one we did, that was in Jacksonville.
My
And,
hometown.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
wow.
my hometown.
Yeah, we were out in Jacksonville, Florida, and just to hear, we had an after party at the church later that night, and it was just awesome to see all the kids tweeting saying, oh man, you know, we're going to church, we're going to have some fun, go to this after party, and just talking about Christ all over Twitter. It was just amazing. You know? So that's what it's all about.
You need to add mentor to your resume.
Definitely.
And I even noticed that you are branching off from acting and you are moving to a directorial standpoint. Like, how is that? Because you've even directed V Rose, a musical, and she was featured as one of the songs. I was, you know, an up and coming artist or whatever,
awesome,
and she's young and fresh and new. And now, and then you also had your movie. Not My Sister. She is not my sister.
Yeah.
So talk to us about this transition.
I will. Like I said, I love the art of acting, and I also love every aspect of entertainment. And I feel that as I evolved and got older, I like the writing process as well. Like even some of the greatest ones. I mean, like, you know, even with Will Smith and Sylvester Stallone. I mean, Rocky, Rambo. He wrote those films, you know, and
Rocky
directed
wrote
those
those
films. Yeah, Stallone did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
And he directed them?
Yeah, and he wrote. So for him, it was. I felt that I needed to get into that, and I wanted to reach the youth in a way that was also cool, but then at the same time, well, basically what I'm trying to say is have the same, you know, style as secular, you know, with reaching them, but have it be Christian. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And give them those right messages that they need to have. Like our quality should be the same and look good. So I was like, you know what? Let me get into writing. Let me get into directing. And She Is Not My Sister is about dealing with bullying with your faith.
Ooh.
It's about a young girl who has a bully at school. And right at the end of summer, her dad comes back from a business vacation, married to the bullier's mother.
Without the girl
and
knowing?
So without her knowing. So they went and eloped, and he comes back, and it's literally like, wow, you're now all of a sudden this bully is your sibling.
My sister. Yeah.
And it deals with forgiveness, and it deals with bulliers and why they bully, and a lot of them are dealing with their own personal pain.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, and that's why they're
teaching,
doing it.
A lot of them have a lot of issues at home, or they have been in that situation before.
Exactly.
You know, and so it's just really something that needs to be talked about, especially with the social media and the cyberbullying. It is just becoming ridiculous. And I was talking to, on one of my other shows, I was talking to some youth, and one young man said that he wanted to start a nonprofit dealing with, you know, students that have been bullied, and, you know, because the suicide rate is, it's going up in our youth, and they need things like this. They need an outlet. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Keenan and Kale. Now you guys were on top of the world. So are you guys still friends? You guys still talk or have projects going?
It's been a long time. Like definitely still friends, but I haven't seen him in a while. He's over in New York and I'm in LA.
Oh,
you know,
because
so,
Saturday Night Live is
it's in New York. Yeah. But I'm definitely happy for him. Love all the things that he's doing as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know we love the things that you're doing as well, Kale. I want to actually show the viewers a clip of some of the footage that you've done. It's a comedic one. I didn't shoot the dramatic reel.
Okay.
But even though I want to talk about that.
Sure,
so actually, let's go ahead and let's show Kale's reel.
Ready for the battle, sucker? Funny, because all I seem to remember from the last battle was you choking, D-Rock. Yo, whatever, yo. Because without hype, y'all ain't nothing but crispy bread slices, a.k.a. toast.
What? You think I poisoned it?
Poison. You're silly. Is it?
Oh, you must be crazy.
Boy, I am crazy. Matter of fact, I'm insane. I'm cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo, ring.
May I give you my resume for your consideration? Now, 2 of these girls, they used to fight each other and slap and stomp all the time. Now they slapping and stomping for the Lord. Let's give it up for TLL, the Lord's lady.
Kel, I saw footage from Dan's Food. What is that? Tell us about that. You look like Andre 3000 right there.
Right,
Yes.
yeah, that was Pretty Eye Willie. That's what that was.
Pretty Eye Willie.
Basically, that was a film that I wrote, and Cedric the Entertainer directed it.
Yeah.
It's called Dance Food. And it's called Dance Food because it's about a guy that can only fight when music is playing. And so he's chasing ringtones and all kind of stuff just to learn how to fight. And it's awesome, though. It has Kung Fu in it. It has dancing in it. And the reason I came up with it is because I love Kung Fu movies.
Right, yeah.
And I also love dance movies.
Do you remember that one movie, Dragon?
Last Dragon.
Last Dragon?
Yeah,
You
one
like
of my
that
favorite.
one?
Yeah, if you see Dance Food, you see a little bit of Last Dragon in there,
Oh,
Purple
okay.
Rain. And
Oh, yes, I saw the Prince because I
Yeah.
actually saw it. It was available on Netflix, wasn't
Yeah,
it? That one,
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
it on Netflix when it came on.
Oh,
and
thank
I
you.
also saw an interview with Cedric the Entertainer.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yeah, we shot this movie in like a matter of 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, that was it was a month.
A month?
It was a month.
Okay,
It was a quick
That's
shoot.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
how did that happen?
It was literally like I came to Cedric,
Mm-hmm.
showed it to him. Me and my buddies, we actually shot it as a trailer. I do that with a lot of my scripts so they can kind of like get the idea of
Mm-hmm.
it, producers. And we sat down with Cedric's team. Cedric's team loved it. They loved the idea. And he was been looking to direct something. And he wanted to direct the film. And we wanted to do it the independent route. So we got everybody together and shot it in a month.
Nice.
It was great, though. We had a great time.
It was fun. I really
lot of
liked it.
fun,
I liked the
yeah.
guy who played your sensei.
Oh, Effion Crockett.
Effion, yeah, he was funny.
Effion's amazing talent.
It was,
yeah.
and Tommy Davidson, Lord Jesus.
Tommy
it was one
Davidson.
scene, he was in there like dance.
Yeah, he was a Kung Fu crackhead.
It was so crazy. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. It is
Definitely.
really, really good. And your fans were well receptive to it. Like
Yeah.
when I was researching, just trying to see what is Kel doing now, catching up with Kel and all this stuff.
Awesome.
Fans love you. They're still asking about orange
Yeah.
soda. They're still asking, what is he doing? Kel, I still love you. Kel, you this, you that.
Yeah.
So how do you receive that?
I love it. I mean, I love the fact that, being on Nickelodeon, such the impact that we made,
Yes.
and to people still like what we're doing. I really appreciate it, and blessed by it, you know, and to reach out to people. And being a part of their childhood. Like I've had
Right,
people tell me,
yes.
like, man, you were part of my
Like,
childhood.
really?
Yeah, and
Like,
so
for real.
it's a blessing, you know. I really enjoy that.
Well,
yeah.
that's awesome. Now, I want to talk about future projects, like what's coming up for Kel. What is it that Kel, and what is it that Kel wants to be doing in 5 years? What is
Okay.
it? What's the epitome of Kel?
Well, definitely more directing. I'm doing that just like with V-Rose music video. That was awesome. Battery, check it out. It's everywhere. Christian music videos play. But definitely more directing. I have more films coming out that I'm directing and starring in as well. And then my main thing too, because we're ambassadors of Christ.
Right.
And everything that I'm in or I'm a part of, I want His glory to shine
Right,
through me. It's
amen.
not literally about me.
Right.
It's about Him.
Right.
And for me, I mean, in 5 years, like I said, definitely I want people to know that part of me,
Right.
Of course, know the talent, but know where I got that
Where it
talent
came from and who you're doing it for,
my
right.
talent is anointed through Him.
Amen.
Definitely.
And you were
Yeah.
just married not too long ago to a
Yeah,
beautiful
we're
woman.
a year in now.
Yes, that is so awesome. 1 year
Yeah.
in, congratulations.
Thank you.
How did all that happen?
Beautiful, man. Asia is my best friend, love of my life. I feel that, when you give all to Christ and you love Christ
Right.
completely, He will give you the desires of your heart.
Yes.
And He definitely gave me the woman that is for me.
Good.
We fit like a puzzle.
Yeah,
know
you
what I
guys
mean?
compliment each other because she
Yeah.
does like the rap thing.
Yeah.
I mean, do y'all ever sit and freestyle with each other and like, yo, my name is Asia, my name is Kel, and I'm doing oh so well. Y'all do stuff like that? Like,
oh, you got a freestyle.
Yeah,
you got a freestyle skills.
I do a little something.
No, we enjoy life. We have fun. You know, wonderful person to talk to. You know, and she just gives great advice as well.
Good.
And you know, if I'm dealing with something or whatever it may be, I sit down with Asia and talk about it. And I feel like that every marriage should be like that.
It should, absolutely.
You know, equally yoked. And that's definitely what it is.
And husbands need to know that their increase comes from listening and obeying their wife. It's not just the woman being submissive. You know what I mean? Professional achievement. What has been your top professional achievement in life? Because you've done a lot.
Yeah.
But what has been the top professional achievement?
Wow. Top professional achievement.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say that I have a top because we have to be limitless, you know, within all of this and all this work. And when you're working in this business, you have to be like a sponge and never feel like I've learned everything.
Yeah, like I've done
everything.
Right.
I've reached the top. I've reached the pinnacle. No.
Right.
There's always more.
Always room to grow. Always. Especially with God.
Oh, yeah.
Like the things you think is the top.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Blessings he has for you is nothing like what you would think.
Tyler Perry thought that all he wanted was to have his little play across the city and to fill up a theater. This joker now has his own production company.
Right.
God, and he gives God all the glory.
That's right.
So now, Kel, what are your words to your fans or to the people watching?
To the fans, my message is to follow your dreams. Get out of your own mind. You know, just me and my wife always talk about just cruise. You know what I mean? Just cruise. Let God get in the driver's seat and take over. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about negativity. Don't worry about the circumstances that you're going through. Know the vision that God gave you and know that you can make it through. You know, hear clearly the message that he's trying to give you, and don't let your circumstances or what people might say about you stop you. Always go for it, and you can definitely make it.
Amen. Well said. Now, I know y'all was listening because we're catching up with Kel. So make sure you visit him. Your website is?
KelMitchell.net.
KelMitchell.net. So make sure you guys tune in to his website. Follow him on Twitter.
Yep. Follow me on Twitter.
Kel Mitchell?
At I am Kel Mitchell.
Oh, I am.
At I am Kel Mitchell.
Okay.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter and check out my new film, First Impressions, with me, Lamont Rucker, and David and Tamala.
Oh, we didn't even talk about it. I didn't know that. I was like, well, what's going on? What's the name of it again?
First Impressions.
First Impressions.
Yeah.
Where can we find information?
That'll be out in the fall.
Okay.
They also have firstimpressions.com. Yeah.
Congratulations.
But check that out. It's a great romantic film.
Okay, and I love romantic movies, and I know you do too. And make sure you stay tuned in. Go to www.yesshowtv.com for past episodes. You are tuning in to the Yes Show, and we are going to close out with a wonderful, wonderful song. God bless.
Can't you feel the sun shining